Hey, this is Max. Welcome back to another CSR2 video. I'm here with NASCAR earning Earnhardt. Little late to the party. It's a few days into the event already, and I'm just getting it done today because I happen to have some time. So, easy enough event from what I hear for the first part, and you get the Xfinity NASCAR, which is only like a 7.4 second car, so it's not much to talk about there. It's not that great. Unfortunately for us, the next part is going to be a lot tougher because that's essentially an Evolution Cup style setup, and that is to win the other version, which is slightly faster version of the NASCAR. That is equivalent to the old American Series prize car NASCAR. They're almost, basically I would say they're identical cars with different liveries at that point. Now the problem here is that that other NASCAR, which I own as well, I've never had any use for it, and it was never easy to get stage 6s for, and this NASCAR is probably going to be the same way. Now, knowing how Natural Motion's been doing their stuff, I have a feeling once this event's over, at some point we may see those NASCARs used at least for one showdown in the leagues, so people are going to care about that. And since the NASCAR is a 6-second car, the better version, it would probably be pretty competitive in that particular showdown. That's, of course, if they put it in there. So, is it worth all the effort to grind out these cars? Well, we only got 10 cars in the new update, and this is 2 of them right there. So, I think, of course, it's not completely worth it to get them and build them for anything outside of the event, but with this game, any car you can get a hold of within reason, you should, simply because at some point in the future, they may use it for something. But the more basic question would become, are the 2 cars, the Cobra Jet and the Exorcist, worth it? Well, that's again another one of those, yeah, you should have them because the Cobra Jet actually has been used in quite a few American events. The Exorcist less so, but even if you don't actually build the Exorcist, the Hennessy Fusions you can get from the crates, owning the Exorcist and getting the crates. Remember, in the future, we're going to get another Hennessy Venom concept car coming, and that's going to use Hennessy Fusion. So this is your chance to kind of grab a car, put it in your garage, and then at least get Fusions so you have something to look forward to in the future. And if you can't actually build the Exorcist, it's not a terrible car, but again, it's like any other Camaro, right? It'll beat Dyno if you tune it right by a ton, but it's not really all that useful overall outside of that. So the NASCAR, the Hennessy, the Ford Cobra Jet, none of them are terrible cars, but none of them are must-haves in my opinion, nor are they really going to be all that useful once you get beyond where you are now. So while I'm blabbering away here, I am slowly making my way through the 40 races as well from race 23 because I forgot to record at race 20. In any case, so far so good. I haven't seen any challenges that I would even consider a challenge at this point. I had thought my old NASCAR has some stage 6s and my Cadillac was in bad shape, but turns out the old NASCAR I had no stage 6s and I already locked it in, and then the Cadillac is fully maxed. So once I locked it in and I started moving into the races, I'm going, uh-oh, I hope they give me some stage 6 for that NASCAR because right now I have none. But that NASCAR is an 8.8 car or 8.7 car almost without any stage 6s with full fusion, so I'm not in terrible shape here. I think I'll be okay to make it through this event, at least this leg of it. And then the real challenge is, do I get stuck locking in for the Evo event? Probably not. Hopefully completely different lock-in that uses the new NASCAR and whatever, these 2 cars, in which case I'm in good shape because my Cobra Jet's maxed, my Exorcist I believe it's maxed as well. So I'm not going to have any problems with these 2 cars. And now that I found out the Cadillac's maxed, I'm really in pretty good shape. I'm just hoping that the relay races or whatever challenges are coming the NASCAR won't become an issue that's going to delay me from getting through this part. But from what I can tell, this part is just so far very easy. We care about the last 5 races because those are theoretically always the hurdle races for these kind of events. So when I get to race 35 is when I will start to worry a little bit. Until then, I think they're all going to be basically silly easy and a breeze to get through. So much so that right now I'm running the Cobra Jet and the Exorcist both at stage 5 only just to see when I get stuck and how many stage 6s I may actually need. My feeling is, based on what I've heard, probably 1 stage 6 would do it, and maybe if I'm really able to tune it or get lucky or whatever, I might be able to make it through on stage 5 with some tuning, although I doubt that. But we're pretty close to race 30 now. We're on race 30, and so far, nothing to write home about. Okay, so let's see what the next challenge is. Okay, Speed Trap 195 for the Caddy. Now, the Caddy is one of those cars that can actually beat the Speed Trap for Tempest 3 Tier 4. So it's a pretty strong car when it comes to doing speed traps, but may require some tuning when you don't have it fully maxed. So in my case, it is fully maxed, and therefore not really challenging, and I didn't have to retune. Retuning just means basically for something like this, you want to make sure the final drive is right there, maybe a little bit less grip, nitrous being strong. All these little factors will come into play to make sure that it works for that purpose. All right. So here we go. All right, so this is going to be the challenging one because I have the NASCAR from before, but and I locked it in because I'm thinking I want to get stage 6 from crates from Loyalty, but we'll see about that. In any case, I didn't really think ahead enough to really check this car before I locked it in because I don't have any stage 6s yet. But worst case, whatever. I'll get stage 6s if needed. But 8.833 at stage 5 only is actually pretty good. So it's not a slow car. Okay, here we go. It's a pretty good sprinter as well, so it's not going to suffer a lot on that either. So all around, this is a pretty straightforward car to use. And at least for this part of the event, I'm hoping it won't be too bad. Okay, here we go. Race 33, it's already telling me extreme. That's not a good sign. And obviously, it's a 300 mile per hour speed trap. Okay, that could be bad. Okay, let's see if we can get 289. All right, so pretty close. Probably just need to play with it a little bit. I did 291. Let me go check the car out. Okay, so here we go. First hurdle. Now, if I follow my own advice and locked in a maxed or close to max car for the first lock-in, then I wouldn't be in this situation. But again, I wasn't thinking when I did my lock-ins. So yeah, so I could have used one of these guys, which I have a lot of parts for, versus this guy who I have no stage 6s for. But hey, I already made my bed. Now I get to sleep in it. And it's just a matter of having to figure out how to take care of this. Okay, let me see. All right. So Dino says 278, but that's because I have it set up this way. 298's here. Either this gear or this gear is what we're going to want. 275, 278. What does that do? 262. That doesn't help. I'm going to do it this way. Okay, 274, but we should be able to get 298 out of this car. Let's go ahead and test it real quick and then go from there. All right, so the next part is, of course, how am I going to drive this thing? I would say same old method. That's kind of slow. I'm not sure that's going to be helpful. Let's see how the nitrous helps it. 293. All right. So if I use the nitrous a little better timing, I think 298 is definitely doable at stage 5. So let's go ahead and do that again. Just got to hit that nitrous right away. Maybe not jump the gears as quick either. Well, I'll play with it. But didn't seem to hurt it too much to run the gears the way I did. Okay. 302. Bang. So done. Again, stage 5 only. This car will do 302, 303 in the quarter. So that speed trap is going to be knocked out real easily. I'm going to go back and take care of it. Let's get that one done. And hopefully that's one of the last challenges for this car, because if there are more, then I'm in trouble. But we'll see. We'll see. I think the next speed trap's definitely going to be the second or third lock-in and so on and so forth. Okay, so here we go. What did I do earlier? I think I short shifted 3, 4, 5, 6, and then hit nitrous. I probably can go instantly to 6 and do the same thing. All right, so that wasn't as fast as the last test run, but anyway, 301 got the job done. Okay. I went back to easier races. That's good. I think this NASCAR is going to get another race before it's over. Oh, no. It goes to the Exorcist. Okay. This is, again, stage 5 only. Okay, so this car is about a 9.7, 9.8 car at stage 5 only. And I did 9.9. I didn't even drive it right. Maybe should have used nitrous in third. But it did the job. It did the job. Okay, the next one's probably Cobra Jet. I mean, it got easier, so it shouldn't be the same car here. What do we got? Exorcist again. Okay, so, oh, it's a sprint. Okay, that's why. Okay, sprints are relatively easy for this car. That's probably not my best sprint, but did the job. Okay, so we're already at race 36 now, moving right along here. All right. Ooh, okay, that looks pretty cool. Let's go. All right, Cobra Jet, also about a 9 point something when it's stage 5 only, but you should be able to get pretty good run out of it pretty easily. As long as you get, I think Cobra Jet's a little more sensitive for launching point, but it's not a bad car other than that fact. And some people like it, others don't, so it's really hard to say what, whether it's really good in certain people's hands or not. I mean, I'm not very good with it, I'll be honest. It always seems to have some problems for me. Ooh, okay, so that's a sprint race, and good old Ford GT there took off pretty quick. 1.327. Okay, that's definitely going to require tuning, and probably will need some stage 6 unless I can 5.0 this bad boy and do like a 0 point something, 0 to 60. We're going to find out, right? So let's go to our Cobra Jet. And again, I could upgrade it with more parts, but I'm trying not to. Always fun to try to do something with less before you go crazy. This way you kind of have a feel for the progression of the car. Okay. So 0 to 60 is 1.6. If we put this to 60, 0.287. Okay. All right. I'm not sure that's going to happen, but, it's that's pretty funny, actually. That would, oh, and of course it crashed. Okay, reload time. All right, we're back after a crash. Let's go ahead and try to finish up this event. I just tuned this car for 0 to 60, so, or 0 to 100, whatever it is. So let's go find the event. Now it's super easy because, well, you know, my 0 to 100 is like 0 point something. It's going to be ridiculous. The question is whether I can shift it fast enough to actually accomplish that. Okay, here we go. This will be fun. Done. Okay. All right. Well, if you ever need a car to do sprints, I guess this one's a good choice. Okay. Now that we finished that part, I better reset the car back. Not going to make you go through that with me, so I'm going to pause it here and go ahead and reset the car. We're back, and it looks like now with two Stage 5 cars, the relay's extreme. That means these guys are going to be very quick, and my little poor Stage 5 cars won't cut it. Well, let's see just how badly they beat me first, and then I'll figure out how much of an upgrade I may need. This is, again, where everything is always very end. You know, everything was doable up to a point. Right near the very end, boom, you're stuck. Time to get upgrades. But let's see what it is first. Okay. I mean, I may actually make this without having to utilize any stage 6s. I mean, it's cutting it. Oh, now it's not as extreme. I have a chance. So, neither car is actually tuned to beat dyno in theory, so the computer is not judging the wrong dyno here. It's basing it off of my 9.8 dynos, and basically should be okay. Oh, wait. I think I screwed that up. Let's try this again. Okay, so I'm off by about just a few tenths. All right, so Exorcist was easy. Cobra Jet, not so easy. Let's try again. I must have done something wrong on the Cobra Jet side. I may have to rethink how I'm going to drive that car. Okay, here we go. So Exorcist, I know, will easily defeat the first guy. Right? Gives me a nice gap at that. But then the second guy is so much faster, and my Cobra Jet just isn't cutting it. That may require a retune on the Cobra Jet for quarter mile. But before we do that, let's see if maybe it's my driving technique that's causing problems. I notice the Cobra Jet's a bit of a wheel spinner going over here. Okay. Did I do it? Ah, come on. All right, hold on. 6.554. Now I'm losing by 5 thousandths. Okay. All right, one more time. Let's try one more time and see if I can get this done without having to retune the car. But I'm pretty sure I can retune the Cobra Jet for the quarter mile runs to do a little bit better than what it is. Because remember, we tuned it. I set it back, but I didn't really finesse it at all. I just kind of slapped it back to where it was making a good dyno on the half mile and just kind of left it there. All right. Okay, 6.4 again. Okay, so 6.516. That means I only have about a less than a second advantage. Let's see. Now again, the Cobra Jet, maybe nitrous in first. I have to figure out what I'm doing wrong with the Cobra Jet. I can't remember exactly, but no, still struggling. So looks like nitrous in first wasn't that great idea. Although I did run a little faster, so 6.532. If I did the okay, one more shot, because if I did the Exorcist right in nitrous in second, because I used it in third and it actually hurt me, and I do Cobra Jet with nitrous in first, it seems to do a little better. So let's see if we can still get this. We can still get this. Maybe I should go to second instantly in Cobra Jet and nitrous. I just can't remember exactly what is the best way to go about it with these cars. Been a while since I've driven either one, really. Okay, so that's 6.4 something. Good. All right, now if I did a 6.55, I would lose, but a 6.53 like I did last round would be enough. So let's see if I can get it with a 6.53 run. There it is. Done. All right, so stage 5 only did make that race, but that is still not the final race, and we're already looking at barely a margin at all. So I'm sure stage 6s will be needed for the final run, but I wonder if I can just slap one decent stage 6 on for the Cobra Jet and forget about it for the, yes, new races soon. That's nice. It happens to be overlapping this event on my map for some reason. Okay, so we'll go ahead and, all right, so this is for the Cobra Jet. Let's see what the mile per hour is on this. I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty high. That's why it's extreme. 289. Let me try to see what I can do here. Right, 273 I did. 274. Let's go ahead and go back and see if I can tune it for 289. If I can get it again through here with stage 5, but at this point we know for sure a stage 6 is going to be needed on the Cobra Jet regardless for that sprint, because I don't think it's going to cut it otherwise. So so 289 would actually be here. 292, 290. Seems to like the grip, right? It likes 264, likes the grip. Let's go ahead and try it this way. Here we go. Oh wait, that's a half mile, but we'll see what we ran the quarter mile. I mean, I should have changed it to quarter mile, but okay, let's go ahead and focus here. Okay. I don't think that was the right way to do it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the results first. 265. Let's go ahead and do it right with quarter mile, no launch, no manual launch. I mean, it'll be standard needle drop launch, so I can get a better launch in the first place. Okay, here we go. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 275. Okay, 277 on a 264. Try one more time. It's a little bit better than what I had before, but I don't think it's gonna. It's nowhere near 289, right? One more time. This time I'm gonna wait a little bit, get it going, and nope, got to start it early. So a little trickier to get that higher mile per hour out of this car without stage 6s. So by the time I gear it to hit 289, I cannot hit 289 very easily because the car now has such long gears it doesn't really like it. So it still has to be basically done with nitrous instantly in order to push the car as far as we can. 277, it looks like it's about it. So without stage 6, this is basically where you're stuck. But that's really, we're talking about the last two races here. So it's not too terrible, but it really depends on which stage 6 you get. As always with any of these cars, which stage 6 you get makes all the difference. I'll put the strong one in because I know body is very strong for this car and therefore should do a lot. With that one stage 6, I'm pretty sure I'm going to make it. Whoops. Hold on. Yeah, 290, 8.9. Okay, 5.8 at this point for the quarter mile, which is almost not quite a second, but more than half a second quicker than what it was. So that brings us to here. Okay, where we have Cobra Jet in the last lock-in here. So it looks like the Exorcist seems to be a stronger car overall for most of these challenges, at least as compared to the Cobra Jet. It'll do stuff better and easier. Okay, all right, so 290, no problem. We got through there. 291. Now, I could probably make this car even faster by going back to tune it, but let's go ahead and finish the event because we've spent a lot of time tuning, and this video is getting kind of long. So let's see if we can finish this up. So now it's again extreme because NASCAR stage 5 only. This is maxed, stage 5 only, one stage 6. So, but it's not full extremes, which tells me I have a chance. But I'm going to have to drive this right for all of these cars. Can't screw up any of them. Okay, so NASCAR might get crushed, but we'll see. If it doesn't, that's why I'm going to be able to get this done. Okay, so that's pretty slow. I think the wheel spin in the beginning, none of that helped it. So it actually got more extreme because of it. So I did a really poor run in the NASCAR, so it's hurting my overall chances here. Now I'm going to have to do like a semi-decent run in this Cadillac, which fortunately is maxed. Okay, and that car is coming really hard, but I have a nice gap. Now, this should now buffer it for my next one, which is relatively strong, but it didn't get easier. So overall, the challenge has gotten harder, not easier. All right, here we go. Okay, we're good. Let's hope the Exorcist doesn't screw it up here. Come on, boy. Come on, take care of it. Yes, not the best run, but not terrible. Okay, 10 seconds. Okay, what are these? Oh, these are half-mile runs. No wonder they made it more challenging. Okay, half-mile. Then I really need to get my act together. I can't screw this up because this is going to require all of the gearing. Okay, here we go. Come on. We got this by a large margin here. Boom, done. Okay. Okay, so there it is. One stage 6, no stage 6, no stage 6, fully maxed. Now, obviously, if you have other variations on that, things will be different. You're not going to have exactly the same experience I did. But Exorcist, obviously, a pretty strong car overall. Now, if I switch the Exorcist with the Cobra Jet, would it still be the same result? That's an interesting question, which I'm going to test on my second account, but I'm probably not going to make a separate video for that. There's no point. At that point, the event might be over. So I finished the first part. I get this first NASCAR. Okay, special delivery. That's nice. This is the Xfinity version of the forever long NASCAR Camaro SS. And then you have the next one, which I'm going to get, which will be the forever long NASCAR. I guess that's the 1LE version. So this is a slower one, and then there will be a faster one. Let's see if the next event's on the map, and we can at least. And it crashed yet again. All right, so I crashed again while trying to get out of this garage. But anyway, the next part of the NASCAR event is now up. Only 2 lock-ins and only 10 races for each lock-in for the typical Evolution Cup setup. You have to use the Xfinity car for 1 lock-in, and the second lock-in, I can use the 1LE car which I'm not sure how I'm going to get that, but I can use the YOE NASCAR from before for it. That's weird. So I'm not sure how this theoretically is supposed to work. I mean, you got that, and then wait. So you win the so here we go. Oh, so that's actually easier for me, haha, because this is really the same car as this one, but basically for the Evolution Cup, you win after 10 races with the first car, right? You get a second car, and then for the last 10 races, you're supposed to use the second car. In my case, at least I don't have to build a second car. I already have a second car. If I can get enough stage 6s through the crates, I'm actually in pretty good shape. So we'll see about the Evolution Cup. I'll take a look at that to see what it takes to finish this. But that also means I have to build this particular NASCAR. And then, of course, I'm going to have to get stage 6s for it. And Road to NASCAR, while it does have some free crates, it's only free for once a day. And outside of that, you're going to have to pay. So, again, this is not a free event. I mean, this is meant to get you to buy some crates and not force you, but nobody's ever forced. But it essentially is set up so that you spend some money to get beyond just the first NASCAR if you want the second one. Now, given I know that the Forever Long car and my current NASCAR is basically the same thing, do I really need it? I'll sit on that for a few days and figure it out before the event ends. Of course, I have to make a decision one way or the other, and if I go for it again for the second NASCAR, I'm going to go ahead and put a video up for that as well. So anyway, 2 crashes and not a whole lot of headache to get through the event. So relatively easy event for the first leg, but not much fun when you're crashing out from the garage and stuff. But that's really not that crazy an event. I mean, it's not too bad at all. Now, only thing here again is notice my first lock-in. So we have Chevy, Cadillac, Hennessy, Ford. Ooh, this is interesting. I'm going to have to spend some. Hold on. Now, remember, I locked in the NASCAR for my first lock-in. Does this mean I'm going to get my NASCAR Purple Star car Stage 6 with bronze keys? If that's the case, boy, I just hit jackpot as far as this event, because this means that I can possibly get the NASCAR maxed out on bronze keys. Woohoo! Alright, we'll find out real soon. I'm going to bang right through these, and as soon as we get a stage 6, we'll run back and take a look. If it fits on that NASCAR, then boy, it changes my game for this event substantially. So let's see. Come on. Now I'm like impatient. Get through these crates, Donna. Get the fusions real quick so I can see what stage 6 I get. And or drop me a stage 6 in the crate would be nice instead of a bunch of green fusions, which, you know, as rare as Chevy fusions are, it's not the green ones that usually hold you up. Come on, blue, red, no red. Not a single red fusion out of the last 2-3 crates, I think. In fact, I think I only saw 1 red fusion out of all the crates I pulled so far. Come on, let's go. Stop giving me junk and let's give something good for a change. Blue, green, blue, green. No red. Nothing in red. So without the chance of you in a red fusion, you have no chance. Oh, it is the NASCAR. Yes. Yes, jackpot. Although it's intake. But now my 50,000 bronze keys won't go to waste because I can actually pull the stage 6s for the NASCAR that I just got. I believe also shares it. So let me see. Let me see if I can get another stage 6. You know what? Let's not waste time here looking at it that way. Let's go back and look. This just made my my day as far as parts issues are concerned, because Purple Star cars normally cost money. I think this is, I just got myself a possibility of getting through this thing on bronze keys. Okay, where's that NASCAR? Right here, yes. Forever Long 0 Camaro NASCAR, the 1LE, that's the prize car, shares it with this 1LE. But I don't believe the Xfinity car shares it though. Without building the Xfinity, I wouldn't know. But at least I can now max out my existing NASCAR without any money. Just bronze keys. Okay, so that's a win for me. And on that note, we're going to call it for this video. Thank you for joining me for this Earnhardt event. Let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. But again, I think I've really lucked out locking in that purple star for the first lock-in. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you like my channel, subscribe, hit the bell, get notifications when I put up new videos. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. I'll catch you next time.